Welcome, friends. We're back with another episode. I think we got a good one tonight.
Okay.
We're going to see where this goes.
It's a little spicy for sure.
It's a little spicy tonight. First of all, before we start, viewer discretion is advised. Ain't no telling what we going to say.
We are talking about sexuality tonight, so be advised. If you sensitive about it, if you uncomfortable talking and hearing about it, just go ahead and come back and see us next time.
And this is not clickbait. Like, we're not saying that to entice you to watch and then be trying to inbox us mad. Don't do it. This is for real grown folk talk tonight. We're going to take maybe one glove off. Maybe one glove off tonight. We'll see.
I might take both off because I don't have.
We might bite your ear. All right. So
I am not going to bite your ear.
tonight, let me lay some groundwork first.
Oh Lord! Okay.
No, we got to take care of a couple of housekeeping. First of all, thank you for every subscriber. We're over 610 subscribers.
Woo-hoo.
That is amazing. This is season
Thanks
2. We really need to start season 3. Okay. But appreciative to every one of you. Mm-hmm. We're well over 50 episodes. Mm-hmm. This has been an amazing journey, having open and honest conversation with you in the publics. So
of our
shout out of our private home. All right. One church, 2 locations. So thank you for every subscriber, every comment, every like, every inbox to someone sending the episodes. We appreciate you for real. We have friends from all over that I'm not aware, that she's not aware, that watch faithfully, that have subscribed.
Hey, friends.
And have the notifications on. So we were at a get together the other day and one of my friends quoted something that one of us said. And I was like, you was like, hey, in episode 52, you said, I was like, you watch it. She did. So for real, we appreciate it. You know, on the YouTube, you can't tell who's watching or who's not watching. And for every spectator, God bless you too. So,
just get what you came for.
Get what you came for.
That's my thing.
For those of you who love us, God bless you. For those of you who don't, get well soon. We're going to keep going on. So, follow us. Okay. We're on Marcus. Shout out to our videographer and editor. Yes. Say the name of your page again.
MW Media.
MW Media.
Ooh,
anything on our IG that's marriage related, he's tagged as a collaborator in those videos. And so you can follow the Marriages for Grown Folk page on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook currently. So shout out to him, editing, graphics, all of that is him behind the scenes. And I think we're ready. So tonight we're talking about needs, wants, and desires and sexuality within the marriage. Needs, wants, desires sexually in the marriage or in the relationship. Was you going to add something?
No, I like how you fixed it.
Okay. Gotta fix it. So you want to set it up? So we're talking about, there's a scene in the movie Harlem Nights. Now
we're using as an example
the
scene in Harlem Nights, where it like pans over to Sunshine, dressed, about to leave, rubbing on the man's chest, saying, I was nervous that you was going to feel some kind of way about me, but now I just feel so free. And I got to be honest, I was like holding back, but now I just want to be so free with you. So she has his complete attention. She's like rubbing on his chest while she's saying this. She kind of sachets over to the door, stops, turns around, looks at him and says, Richie, you know what? I think I'm falling in love with you. He drops a tear, goes like this, promises that he's going to come and get her at their next, designated date. She leaves. She is no longer in the room. She doesn't even know that he is doing this. He swings his legs to the edge of the bed, gets the old school phone, picks it up, calls his house, tells his son, put mommy on the phone, says, Barbara, I'm never coming home. Click. So that's the reference for tonight.
All right.
Around needs, wants, desires concerning your sexuality. And we're going to dive in.
So there's a question that I posed on our Instagram page. I don't think I can't check it on here, but I got a few, just very few comments. And I asked this question: could this story of Richie and Sunshine, who was a prostitute who was paid to turn Richie out, could this story have been...
In Richie's defense, he didn't pay, though.
That's right. Okay.
But she was paid.
Could this story have had a different ending if Richie and his wife had been having regular conversations about intimacy and connection in this movie? So let's back it up a little bit, and then we're going to jump into it. Okay. She's got 3 points. I got 3 points. I think they're...
I don't know that I got 3.
Or 2. We're going to give our take on it. I think that it's important to note that the setup that the gang did against Richie is sophisticated. Okay, it's sophisticated. You got some... Okay. Our editor-in-chief has got some...
has the comments for us.
Okay, cool. Okay, I can see ourselves. So, he's paid. She's paid.
Sunshine is paid.
To throw him off. Now, this is what I like, what was key about the movie. This is set us up. She's at the bar with a date. They're arguing because Sunshine is looking at the other end of the bar, looking at Richie. Yeah. And he's with 2 of his friends. She's looking at him to the point where her date says, hey, listen, if you're not going to pay me any attention, then I'm out. He throws his drink down and walks out.
Throws the drink out, says, buy your own drink.
Buy your own drink. She's still looking at him. She tells the bartender, I want to buy him a drink. The bartender says, hey, this woman over here is looking at you. Richie says to his friends, I usually don't even talk to or look at colored women.
Yeah.
So she walks over to him. The friends leave, and she says, did you notice me looking at you? So he tries to play it off. He licks his hand, slicks his hair back. And she says, did you hear that I don't have any friends in town? I'm looking for some friends. Can I be your friend? Now, I know you're going to tag on this one. What was his first? Did you remember what his first mistake to you was as a wife?
His first mistake? Accepting a drink.
Okay, accepting the drink. All right, I got you. You understand? Yeah. Accepting the drink. I was going to say, I think accepting the drink is good. We'll talk about that later. Accepting the drink. 2, he didn't tell her that he was married.
Right. He never acknowledged that at all.
Now listen.
I don't even remember seeing no ring on his hand.
I watched. He did. He had one.
Oh, he did? So she knew.
He had a gold band.
So she knew.
And 2 or 3. I forgot what I was going to say. So anyway.
He didn't say that he was married.
Didn't say that he was married. And he took the drink. We'll stop there. His friends also gassed him up. They was patting him on the back.
One friend was like, she wants all of us. He was like, nah, she don't look like that kind of girl. The other friend was like, she's really looking at you, Richie.
Yeah. So I'm going to read the comments that came in. I'm not going to read your name. So if you watch this, in case you didn't want the whole world to know your answer, I ain't going to do you like that. Then I had some inbox friends that made some comments. I'll paraphrase their comments.
Okay.
And then we're going to give our take on this scenario. I'm going to tell you why we think this is important. So one person said, I think that it depends on whether the issue was incompatibility or miscommunication. If it's incompatibility, there may have been an expected ending, regardless of how often they talk things through. But if the issue was miscommunication, then I do believe regular conversations about intimacy and connection could have created opportunities for greater understanding, repair, and growth. Communication can't fix everything, but it can reveal a lot. And this is coming from someone who isn't married in this season yet, but I'm fully engrossed in what healthy intimacy and connection might look like once compatibility enters the chat.
I think my follow-up question to that comment would be, what is compatibility? Like, are you talking about chemistry with somebody where it's just like natural? Because, I mean, this is kind of probably not a popular belief, but I feel like you can have chemistry with people that are not your partner.
Okay, I'm with it.
Like chemistry to me is not limited to one person. It's just like a feeling that somebody can create on the inside of you. But it also doesn't mean that you about to jump ship with your partner just because you feel that.
All right. If you're watching this, if you have the time, if you would allow, put in the chat or in the comments what you think. Could this scenario have been different if there would have been honest, open communication or regular conversation about intimacy and connection in the home of Richie and Mrs. Richie?
Her name was Barbara.
Was Barbara? Okay, Barbara.
He called her by name.
Barbara and Richie. There's another comment, and then we'll move. Someone. This is a man. The first one was a female. Okay. This is a male. He says, nope, because...
Well, let me say one more thing to the compatibility piece, too. I think oftentimes we say that a person is not compatible with somebody else. And really, I don't think it's that. I think it's people's belief system. So if one person is willing to go further in their sexuality than somebody else because they have rules around it, or if someone is more open-minded and someone is more closed-minded, it will seem as if they are not compatible.
All right.
But really, it's like fear guiding those decisions or what they have been taught, you know.
So would you say
wrong.
Maybe not a permanent incompatibility, but compatible based on mindset?
About core belief. Yeah, mindset and core belief. Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. So this is a male. He says nope because quote unquote sunshine brought that fire. Richie did not stand a chance. Now, okay. So
the room don't look like she brought the fire. If we just looking at the whole scene, it just looked like they had basic sex. In my personal opinion, but you know.
Jeez, all right, let's go. Now, okay. I want you to go first. Let me say this before we go. Yeah, that's good. My response to that comment about the sunshine was, and we're not talking about the sunshine that the Clark sisters were singing about. You brought the sunshine. Anyway,
we may be. Because she brings the sunshine in his life.
Let me add this. I want you to give your points.
Okay.
We are not of the persuasion of the men versus women conversation.
Right.
We do not believe that all of the responsibility is on the man, that all of the responsibility is on the woman, that it's the woman's fault.
Because, baby, you better tell your man what you want and need.
All right. So this is not, men versus women, women versus women, women versus women, men versus men. We do not subscribe to that. We're just trying to use this scenario to facilitate a conversation and using these two fictional characters to talk about the importance. Here it is, I'm going to set you up. The importance of protecting your relationship. Now, why this is important is because in both of us know situations and individuals who have encountered something like this man, a need or a desire or a want was met in this man. There was an itch that was scratched by sunshine that caused him to cry, caused him to leave his family
so layered
on a phone call. Now, whether he stuck with it or not, the fact that he said it.
You know, that man went back once he found out that he was a mark.
I was going to say a simp. So let me say this too. Obviously, I'll say this for my points, but obviously there was a deficit within this man. And the reason why I think that the plan that they devised to use him, knowing his profile, I mean, he was, when he was slicking his head back to make sure that he was presentable. He couldn't believe that she was looking at him. So I just think that who they picked, are you in charge of the girls? Delarose said, I got a woman. If you throw it up in the air, it will turn to sunshine. So everybody was aware of what she was packing, and they sent her to Richie knowing that this man.
Her cookie was so good. It turned into sunshine.
I'm done.
We're trying to say it nicely.
All right, I'll tell you with that. So, do you believe that situation could have been prevented?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's several different ways that could have been prevented.
What are the factors that could go into preventing it? What's your point? What's your take?
Oh, my take. I mean, I said safety and then need deprivation.
If there was safety, it could have been prevented.
Right. If there was already like a safety net established in the relationship.
Explain.
I mean, to me, it's not wrong, or what labels do people put on it? Sinful, or even, I don't even think it's lustful for a man to see another woman and be like, man, she's attractive. I mean, women see men and like, man, that's a good looking man. That doesn't mean you like lusting and drooling like, oh my God, I gotta have, like, that's, I'm not even gonna get on my soapbox concerning that. But I don't think that because you find somebody attractive or you know, vibe or feel chemistry with someone else, that it's a bad thing. I think it's bad if you feel like you have to hide that and you're in a relationship with somebody. I mean, seriously, I feel like if I see somebody attractive during the day, we have built our relationship in a way where I can be like, you know what? I seen a dude today and he was kind of fine and I kind of felt something. And you're not going to be offended by that. And you can come to me and do the same thing and I'm not going to be offended by it. Now, you may have follow-up questions like, well, what about that interaction made you feel like that? Was it something he said? Was it the way he looked at you? And all of those are necessary questions, because that's going to speak to, okay, is there a deficit in me? Is there something else that I need that maybe I haven't had the words to articulate that you may be able to see within that conversation of me sharing that truth? But to me, to make someone feel like, you better not look at nobody else, you better not have eyes for nobody but me, is like, what do you think this is? We live in a world with billions of people. Why would we not find beauty in other people? That's crazy to me.
So I love that, what you said about conversating about it, honesty. So you would frame that around safety.
Right.
Okay. I love it.
I think that's a way that you can create safety in that area in your relationship.
Right.
And then I say need deprivation because, first of all, you're talking about somebody who's in a mob, right? He's giving Italian mobster, you know, he's a driver, so he's trusted to move product from here to there. That's why they, you know, set him to be the simp or the mark. And she did not say, I love you. She simply said, hey, Richie, I think that I'm falling in love with you. Mm-hmm. And it immediately made a tear drop. Mm-hmm. And you know, he didn't mean for the tear to drop because he's trying to catch it real quick. Like, oh, hopefully she didn't see. So it's like, is nobody telling you they love you? Like, is nobody acknowledging, you know, your self-worth, your value, your, you know, what you bring to the relationship? Are you not being seen in your current relationship? Because that's what it's given to me.
So it's safe
I ain't being seen at home. And this woman just told me she might be. So
it's safe to say, and correct me if this is inaccurate, that he was vulnerable.
Absolutely.
On 1 to 10.
10 out of 10. Because he didn't pick up the phone when she said I was holding back. He picked up the phone when she turned around and said, I think that I am falling in love with you.
Yeah. I love it.
Not I love you. Let me be abundantly clear. Not I love you. Not I want you to be my baby daddy. Not none of that. I think.
And no money was exchanged.
I think. It's a thought. I think.
Let me add this to your
That's
point.
crazy.
And I hate to even say I speak. I hate to even say I'm speaking as a man because I don't want to categorize that all men feel like I feel. But I'm going to speak as a man.
Right.
The visual component, whatever this woman did to this man. Mm-hmm. Now we don't know what she did to this man. Only heaven knows. No, this is hypothetical, but
her name was Sunshine.
And it was so good that all the king's horses and all the king's men
knew how
hot that Sunshine was.
There was rave reviews on it. So she wasn't practicing. It was a sure. She did that thing.
She had perfected her craft.
And so what I'm saying is that we don't know what was not happening in Barbara and Richie's bedroom.
That's right.
We don't know the lack of conversation that was or was not happening. But what we do know, based on this hypothetical situation, was that he didn't claim her when you turn off. Thank you. He didn't claim her when she approached him.
Right.
Neither did Sunshine ask.
This is true. She was on assignment though. She wasn't trying to ask. She had a job to do, and she understood the assignment.
So I agree. I wholeheartedly agree about the safety component and about him being in some kind of deficit, some kind of deprivation was. Now, okay, let me give you my points. Okay. First of all, so I asked most of the people that I asked, most of the people
90% of the people he asked,
male and female. One of the young ladies, and now age group matters and all of that too. I think that maturity can play a part. How long you've been together, and just because you've been together double digit doesn't mean that you've been happily married.
Right.
I can't hear nobody on this mic. But one of the young ladies who was in her 40s, she said she thought about it. I said, hey, if you were Richie and your dream guy put the press on you, and you were out, would you fold? And she thought about it and said, no, I would not want to do that to somebody because I know what it feels like to be cheated on. Yes, that's maturity. So she said, I wouldn't.
And that's wisdom. That's learned wisdom because she has a personal experience of how that will impact somebody.
Now, this young lady said, first of all, I wouldn't be at no bar. Let's just put that.
That's what she said.
Don't have let you good, but you was poking her. So I said, come on now. So some of the other individuals, male and female, married and non-married, said that they would. Some said that they didn't know what they would have done. Some of them, I prefaced the question by saying that if they were happily married, what would be the outcome? And so some of them surprised me. One guy said it has nothing to do with the appearance of that woman. That if she is appealing to my intellect, if she can have
that
sapiosexual, if conversation is stimulating me, I might be in trouble. There might be a chance. One guy said,
but do you have to call into question, does your partner not stimulate you mentally?
Well,
because I feel like nothing is off limit in the bedroom. Why would we be acting like we just swapping fluids? Like we should be able to laugh, cry, and have a good time if you can read between the lines.
He's gonna throw me off.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Nah, I love it. Come on, let's go. We take one glove off. So one guy who I asked said, is she going to keep her mouth closed?
That means he's trying to go to Pound Town.
Okay. 2 tickets to Pound Town, please.
Okay.
One guy I asked said, I don't even know why you calling me, asking me this question. You already know what time it is.
Be on demon time. All right.
One guy.
What's crazy is I don't even know who you're talking about, but I feel like I know.
Yeah, I would never tell. I would never tell it. One guy. These are in-state and out-of-state men and women. One guy. I asked more men that were available because the women wouldn't chime in. They was kind of. So one guy said that he could see himself doing it, but also not doing it, and he gave his various reasons. So they asked me, and I was like, whoa. First of all, so this is my point. I'm gonna give you my points now. This is for 5 praises. Number 1, I'm happily married.
Where your microphone?
My mic is on me. All mics on me. All I need is one mic. Now, I think that what surprised me about asking these different people these different questions is that some of them I was surprised by their answer. You said it earlier that the answer of the individual can change based on the season that they're in. One person I think he's been divorced maybe 2 years, and he's been doing his thing, and he surprised me by his answer. He said, no, I wouldn't do it. If I'm happily married,
Because he back in that pool, he got all that piss in it.
All right. And if I tell you the city he in, you'd be like, So he surprised me. He surprised me by his answer, but he said to me, if my needs are being met at home, then there is no itch out here.
Well,
that needs to be scratched.
Come on,
because my itch is being scratched with my woman.
Well,
I said, Bernard. So I loved his answer. So to my point, I'm happily married. And I think that I asked Marcus, and we agree on the same answer, that when you've built something, now I can't speculate on what Richie had built. I don't know what kind of job, what kind of home environment.
Clearly.
But
he wasn't built on a sure foundation.
All right, now I gotta add this. No, you're gonna throw me out. So I'm happily married. And I keep saying that because I am. And if I wasn't, I would just skip over. I wouldn't even mention it. I would just say, God bless you. But I want the world to know that what we've built is legitimate. And it is not worth tearing it up over some passion.
Over some pussy.
Over some pussy. All right.
Puss.
It's not worth.
However.
I'm an old man.
Yes, he is.
And if a sunshine pulled up on me, now listen, I got to tell the story.
I think I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Now, you said something earlier that we've discussed. These are my 2 points.
Yeah.
Number one, I'm happily married.
Okay.
If I'm out somewhere, or if I am in the company of a bad woman, whether that's conversation, whether that's body, I'm all man. So that my eyes are not broke. I look at every day. I see it every day. Yeah. And our relationship has been built. You said all my points. Our relationship has been built to where we can talk and do talk about it all. Yeah. So I think that the situation with Richie, if home is tight,
right,
it can be preventable.
Yeah.
If the home situation is tight, if Richie, now look, I hear some of y'all saying, well, what about if Richie had, his self-esteem was built, if he had a little bit of discipline, a little bit more discipline. Now listen, if you put something in front of somebody who's starving, you just don't know what they're going to do, because it's not. Now, this man cried. That means that this woman met something in him that we can't just brush it over. We can't just say, no, he's married, he should have. Yeah,
it's not just a physical level. We're talking about emotional needs being met. Now, for him to cry.
All right. Now, listen, you can't fix that at the bar. Whatever was broke in that man, whatever was broke in his relationship, whatever his wife was or was not doing, whatever Richie was or was not doing. We're talking about you, Israel and Richie. It cannot be fixed at that bar.
No, it can't.
And his friends didn't help. You got to add that to come.
They was hyping me up.
They was hyping him up, and they left.
No, he sent them away.
Oh, he sent them away.
But they did leave, because they could have been like,
and they said,
Richie, you bugging, Richie.
Wait a minute. And they said, call me when you get home.
Yeah.
I want to
call me and let me know when
what they're saying is if I have the opportunity, I will be sending you niggas
because
away.
One of the friends was like, she want all of us. Richie was like, she ain't that kind of girl.
Oh, that's MMMF. Anyway.
Okay.
That's okay. So let me finish my point. So listen, here's a real live example. Yeah. Now you don't rag on her, but
I thought you was gonna talk about it different, but I think I know what you're gonna talk about.
So we're out. This is last weekend. We out, and I go to the bar. Where we're sitting at is 3 footsteps away from the bar. Brittany's back, her is not to me, so she can see me. She can see me. She can see our surroundings. I walk up to sideways. She's turned sideways. I walk up to the bar to get my drink, and a young lady walks up to me and said, "Where do I know you from? Where do I know you from?" So she, why'd you do it? So I said, I told her where I worked at. She said, "That's where." So I knew that I knew her, but I was going to let her. So she said, "I know." I thought she said, "When I see you here," I was like, "Is he security?" or is he just out tonight? Like she said, so she said, you in here looking buff as hell. And I was like, true.
Now I can hear all of
She
this.
hear the whole conversation.
All of this. And you know what my response was? I just stayed seated right there.
She stayed seated.
Because I already know what it is.
Seated in heavenly places. Now, so she was flirting, and I can see Brittany, but the girl can't see Brittany. So I'm looking at Brittany while I'm talking to the girl, and Brittany's like you got about 15 seconds to tell these bitches. So
I was so unbothered though, because I was like, what?
So
okay, girl.
When I got back, she was like, it's good to see you. It's finally, good to see you outside of work. So I said, nice to see you too. See you around. So when I got back to my seat, Brittany was like, you looking buff as hell. You looking buff as hell. Now we laugh.
I am petty like that. So,
you looking buff as hell.
I said it like for the next day and a half. Every time he did something, I'm like, oh, you looking buff as hell.
Now listen, she's complimenting me. Now, I'm a well complimented man. I was smelling good.
Yes.
I had it on.
Had already been complimented.
I had already been complimented. Now, it still felt good.
Yeah.
I received it. I received all of it. But if our relationship was set up to where I felt like we couldn't have a conversation about it,
right.
I've been other places by myself and have had women approach me, compliment me. And a compliment is a compliment. But if you're on empty and that is fueling or filling an empty tank, that is a red flag. And for our relationship, we just talk about it. If I'm out somewhere and somebody touches something on the inside of me, I never knew there was. I can go home and we can have a conversation. Same thing she said. We can have a conversation about it. What was it? What was it? What touched you? What did you think about it? What did she say? And have an open, honest. And I have avoided a lot of trouble because of the fact, not that I didn't want to, not that they weren't bad women, but the fact that we were able to have a conversation about it openly and honestly. Mm-hmm. So I think that this is my last point.
You know what I thought you was going to say?
What?
Can I tell it?
Yeah.
This chick kept coming to his job, y'all. Kept coming to his job. Making, it's another chick. Making like passes and offers to him, right? Yeah, you see him over about to spit out his juice.
Good people, I'm John.
I'm Brittany.
And this is the Marriages for Grown Folks YouTube platform. Yes. If something that we say resonates with you, we're going to laugh. I'm probably going to cuss. We're going to give you some relationship wisdom, some pitfalls, some failures that we have had.
We're going to share our story.
A little bit of theology, but we promise to keep it real. Yes. Authentic and a little bit explicit at times. But we say for every episode that Marriages for Grown Folks, and if something that we have said or will say resonates with you, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, put us in your group chat, and share it. After every episode, we always leave with telling you that marriage is for grown folks. Grown folks talk. Okay, this is what I thought about that scenario.
Okay.
What I learned from that is that there are really people out here that are okay and prefer to be a secret.
Okay.
But once you shine light on it, it's like, no, I don't want that no more. Oh, wait a minute. I'm too deep. We've been married 19 years. I'm too far in the game to be out here cheating. If I like something, I'm going to tell my wife I like something. And she going to do the same way. So I think that when you value what you have because you've invested in it, because you want, if Richie didn't want to be there, if Richie didn't like Barbara and he was out with the fellas, not out with the fellas, but if he was out with the fellas because my old lady's at home and I really don't want to be there and I'm trying to escape home, then he's already a sitting duck.
Oh, yeah.
But if Richie is out with the fellas and he's pouring into Barbara and Barbara is pouring into him, scratch your back, I scratch my back. Then sunshine is not something that is, I can't live without it. I got sunshine at home.
Well,
But if darkness is at home, because you're not talking about what you want, the other person is not talking. Y'all are not having open and honest conversation about how high you want to swing from the chandeliers, how you want it, what kinks, what fetishes, what your fantasy is. Then you meet somebody who's offering that. It seems like the best thing since sliced bread. But have you had open and honest conversation at home? Now, there's a psalmist that decreed and declared these lyrics, and it said this is cheaper.
Okay.
So if you're not investing in what you've got at home, if you have not had open and honest conversation about what you like, why you like what you like, how often you need what you like, how all of those things.
You can have wealth in every area of your life, including your sexuality. I'm just saying. The same way you have financial literacy, you can have sexual literacy. They have quizzes. They have, tons of things. If you really want to find out what's on the inside of you, and if you are willing to be honest, you can find out. It's just a journey that you need to take.
So, anything you want to add?
There's a lot that I could add.
Come on, add one more. Come on, we got time.
But I just feel like
let me say this. Okay,
we should keep it.
Why you thinking of that? Now, this is. I want y'all to for real hear this. This is like my heart for real. Like all jokes aside, and in the middle. I made a post the other day about men loving vagina, but hating women.
Okay, well.
And I said it with
Those are the kind of men that just want to like get on top or behind a woman and bust a nut and don't care if she have an orgasm. Something is wrong with you, my friend. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Go off.
Pleasure is supposed to be mutual. It is not supposed to be one-sided. Okay.
Yeah. So I made the post because I had posted something else in reference to supporting women and the marginalizing, etc. The quote that I shared was, so you mean to tell me that a woman is good enough to carry the Messiah, but not good enough to preach the gospel? A black man whom I have met before jumps in my inbox and says something crazy off the wall in reference to women and his disrespect and his lack of support for women. Basically, he said that God didn't have a choice, and that's why he used the woman. So I asked him, we had dialogue.
It's just so many things that like immediately trigger me with what you just said. Because now you saying that God is so little that the only thing that he could use to get your crazy behind here is a woman's uterus.
And you got
because the God I serve is infinite. Have you ever looked up in the sky at night? Because I know you didn't put them stars up there. Okay.
So I make the post in reference to that about there are men among us, unfortunately, that love vagina but hate women. Now, I met in person, or not met in person, I ran into a couple of people and some people inboxed me that mostly were appreciative, but the ones that are adults that have had children, either birthed them or helped conceive them, expressed to me that they're shocked by what I said. Now, this is my point. I'm going to cut you loose. If the word vagina makes you feel uncomfortable, male or female, then we cannot have open and honest conversation about human sexuality if the word vagina makes you clutch your pearls. Now, I know I pastored for 15 years. I can't tell you how many people who grew up in holiness that I can't say.
Well, let me just say this. Vagina is a medical term. Penis is a medical term. My children were only taught vagina and penis because what we not going to be around here doing is giving it a whole bunch of nicknames because number one, it increases their risk to be sexually abused. Number one, education. Let me just educate you here real quick for a second. Because what is wrong with people? You have a vagina or a penis. That's a real term. Why is that offensive? And people be wondering why their sexuality is dry and you can't even say vagina and you got one between your legs. Help me out. Help me out.
One. So this is why
I just don't get it. People be like, you said vagina. I did, and I have one.
Now
I have a vulva. I have a clitoris.
And you need to know where those,
because they're not all the same.
All right, and what they do.
Oh, come on.
Okay, anyway.
And can I just say this while we on here? I'm really trying to be good, y'all, I promise. Ooh! Sexuality, though, for real, we are so undereducated in it. And I hate that it has to be such a secret, such a taboo topic, because everybody is participating in their own version of it. Whether it is masturbation, penetration, toy play, we all doing something, but we want to act like we not. It be the people that's the nastiest that would be like, when you say vagina or penis, what?
Now let us check your internet history if it really makes you.
Let us check your body count. Let us check how many people you have reproduced with that are not the same. Let us check. There are so many things that we can check. So while we over here acting like we bougie, high and mighty, holier than thou, we can check your receipts because they speak for themselves.
So watch this. Okay, to add to your point,
God did not erase all of that. You saying I love the Lord did not erase your desire, your taste, your wants. What?
I know it didn't erase mine.
Let me just say
and I asked God thrice in my teenage years.
Okay. Since he brought it up, let me go and speak to that. What is wrong with church people asking God to take away their sexual desire as if God did not create you with those nerve endings in that area to produce pleasure? Do you think God is fickle or crazy? No, he is not. You are fickle and crazy. God gave you those things for pleasure. Not abuse, but for pleasure.
What purpose?
For pleasure.
Now, okay.
The bottom of the man's penis, that area is for pleasure. A woman's clitoris, that is for pleasure.
Oh my God. What's it for?
Pleasure.
That being
pleasure P.
With the piece
I'm not even going there with you.
So
now, seriously.
Now the insinuation in some religious circles is that sexuality and those body parts are only for procreation. Now, don't you start. I'm just telling you, that is, in some circles, the implication. The problem is that when you get married.
Can I say how deep pleasure is embedded in us, right? So there is a group of people that want to minimize a woman's ability to have pleasure and say all she's supposed to do is reproduce and spit kids out. Do you know some women have orgasms during childbirth? During childbirth, you can have an orgasm while you sleep. A man can ejaculate in his sleep to get a release because he is trying to ignore his natural needs.
All right. How many years in nursing?
Over 15.
All right, come on. We talking about master nurse. So the reason why I think that what you're saying is so important and that it needs to be talked about, especially in environments where it's not being discussed, is situations like Richie and Sunshine. There was, let's just play with this and let's just say that there was no open, honest conversation in his marriage about desire.
And it can go both ways. He may not have told her what he desires and she may not have told him.
And I think that a lot of couples suffer because of the lack of honesty, the lack of safety. That okay, let me say it like this. I'm trying to edit.
Just go ahead and say it. Help the folks out tonight. We already said
there are a lot of relationships that if both parties would be honest, that both individuals could get what they wanted and what they needed.
Can you please repeat that? Where your mic? Let me give you a press conference.
I was going to say something. There are several people who we've met.
Yes.
In our lifetime. Couples.
Amen.
That.
Couples and singles. Come on.
We're struggling
with their sexuality.
Struggled with their sexuality. And you said it earlier at the beginning of the episode that if both parties would be open, would be honest,
come on,
would approach the conversation of sexuality with respect, with dignity, with honesty, without shame and condemnation.
Come on.
They would find out that both of them really want the same thing, that there's no reason to go outside of the relationship to cheat, to lie, to hide, that both of us are really wanting or curious about the same thing, but because of lying, because of dishonesty, because of shame, because of don't ask, don't tell, because of what you've been taught, what we've been taught about holiness and the bed and that the relationship is up for destruction.
Okay, I like it.
By simply somebody sitting at the bar staring too long. Now this is a couple of years ago. I was at Walmart. We had just left church.
Yeah.
And I had on a quarter zip. And I was clean now. And a woman who was not attractive to me, not built like I like them, passed by me and said, "Ooh, you look nice." She wasn't inappropriate. That was it was about over 5 years ago. For some reason, whatever she was putting out and wherever I was at the time, I have never forgot that compliment. Now I have had hundreds of compliments since then.
Yeah.
But when somebody, I believe Sunshine, now Sunshine was working with some extra.
And I think she touched something that he didn't think could be touched, especially by that type of person, because he said normally colored women are not my thing.
So what's important for you and your partner to talk about what you desire, what you're uncomfortable, secrets, fantasies, because you could meet a Sunshine this weekend. You could become Sunshine. Oh, God. Choose. Oh, God. And it is not worth it to tear your relationship up because somebody scratched something that you didn't know was open.
Now I got one last.
Come on.
One last. Give myself the extra mic. Ooh, you know how I make this up. Yeah. Get my mics together, y'all. Get my mics together. That's what they say. Okay, listen. If you are not going to be honest with yourself about your sexuality, about your wants and your desires, if you have never taken the time to find out what brings you pleasure, please stop blaming your partner because they are not your issue. And I'm just going to drop the mic.
We don't have to worry about that one break.
Exactly.
Will you say it one more time?
I will.
Somebody in the back, behind the neighborhood back.
Yes. If you don't know what you want or desire, if you have not taken the time to find out what you want or desire, please, ma'am, please, sir, stop blaming your partner. They are not your problem. You are your own problem. Listen, it's time out for people.
What's the time out?
It is.
Y'all are sick and tired.
Listen, no, seriously. We really got to stop being like so small in our thoughts that we would like to blame a whole exterior person for what is off on the inside of us. That is crazy to me. It is not your job to tell me what brings me pleasure.
All right.
It is my job.
You direct traffic.
To say, you know what, I really love when you do A, B, and C. Just like it is your job to say, I really like it when you.
And if they don't know, you can show them if you know your ropes.
Well,
this is no, you don't handle it like this, baby. You handle it like this. You don't handle it.
And if you don't know, that's not the end of the world either.
Come on,
but be honest about it. Yep. This is an area that I could, use some development in. This is an area where I would like to explore more in. All of those things are okay if you are really building a relationship because it should be a safe space.
It should be what?
It should be a safe space.
Okay, we gotta stop here. I'm gonna drop. I'm
you
do my own mic drop. No, that's good. I love it. All of that. We need to do a private. Now listen. You have to behave when I say this. You gotta.
Okay, let me breathe in.
You gotta. Hey, yeah. No, it's good. I co-sign 100% everything that she's saying. To that point, most of the individuals who have or are struggling in their honesty about their desires, about their wants, their needs, their fantasies, their kinks, their fetishes, etc., are those who have grown up in religious environments. So when she's harping on those that don't know their sexuality, it is not necessarily against you. It really speaks to the fact that we that have grown up in church have not had space to ask, to inquire, to have open, honest conversation about sexuality. When I was coming up as a teenager, I had a few youth pastors and our hormones were screaming and we were asking questions in private. This wasn't in the class. What do we do with this? They would, was telling us by hell and all of that. And one of my youth pastors told us, she said it in sincerity. What she pulled it from the bottom of her spirit. Y'all just need to go take a cold shower. And I was like, man, I've tried that. So my sexuality, I'm speaking for me. I know not you. You didn't grow up the way I grew up. So just sit this one out. That's why she's so passionate on the opposite end, because she's seen the damage
that it causes
and the harm that it's caused individuals and their relationships. So I really, really, really struggled with being honest about what I wanted and why I wanted what I wanted. Someone said this the other day, that repression leads to obsession. That if you repress it and repress it long enough, there's a good possibility that it can become an obsession. One of the reasons being is that if you're not safe, if you're not in an environment, if you don't create an environment as an adult, now you can't blame it on the church and you 30 years old, you 40 years old, you run your own house. So anyway, creating an environment that is safe, that you can communicate what you want and your desire, because what you built with that person that you're with, what you're building, that home that you are building, if it's valuable, you don't want to throw it away off of a piece of
off some cheeks.
Although there are people who have done it. We see it in the news. You see it whether you broke, whether you middle class, or whether you a superstar.
That's how you know it's more than just surface. Every class of people are affected by it. Every race, every nationality. It's not limited to just one population of people. From the pulpit to the back door. And
now listen, I used to think, we're going to stop. I used to think,
I'm holding myself.
This is the gullible me, years ago. I used to think that people who were non-married, that didn't have pictures with a significant other online, weren't getting it in.
Baby, they know how to get them niggas met.
I know some single people who got more motion than married people do.
Now that's also sick, and we're gonna have to talk about that on the episode.
All right.
So, because why did you marry somebody and was throwing them cheeks back before you said I do, but then want to say I do, and all of a sudden you chasing holy? Go sit down somewhere.
Chasing holy. I need that same. I need that same free.
No. I need more because you should be really free now. Don't
get these mics spinning tonight.
I'm just saying.
I need. What'd you say, Joanne Rosario said? I need what?
You should give more.
All right.
Because you should be free. Somebody committed their life to you, and now you ain't got nothing to give.
So you need to open up. They told me that every round.
Let me go up just a little bit higher
and higher.
Huh?
Revival night 1 is supposed to be. Revival night 2 is supposed to be better than Revival night 1.
Year 1,
all right,
shouldn't be able to touch year 2.
And how many years we been married?
19. Glory be to God. Okay.
That's more. If you touch me, I might. Yeah.
Just saying, don't play yourself.
So, okay, we got to come out of that because I'm going to get excited.
See, that is what it should be right here. You see this excitement on his face? That is what it should be, okay?
Let me just testify, just to give you hope. Everything that I want and everything that I need We got it. Here it is for 5 praisers. But we had some conversations that pissed the other off.
Yes, we did.
What you mean I'm not good enough?
Yes,
what you trying
yes,
to say?
yes.
You staring at her? What you?
Yeah.
And so our
Questioning each
relationship
other and everything.
is to the point.
Yeah.
I love. Ooh, I can't say it like I did. It's like that. We'll be editing. Y'all need to clap for me tonight because I'm like Sunshine. I'm holding back.
Go on and be free.
No, I ain't gonna do it because I know my Marcus has to do a bunch of editing. My eyes are not broke, and I love fine women. I'll tell you like this: everything that I see on IG that I like, I double tap. I have no. I'm just speaking from my personal example. Y'all can see my hair tick anyway. I love what I love, and I followed the rules. I was at 5 a.m. prayer. I prayed. I fasted. I asked the Lord thrice to take this storm. I've done all of that, and I am proud to say that I am free. Now, listen. Here it is. In my liberation, don't you do it? In my liberation, in my freedom, in my sexuality, no one is harmed.
No one.
I have discipline. I have self-control. So I'm saying that you...
And I approve this message because I support him in his freedom.
Okay.
Because who are y'all to try to bind him?
Now, listen. I almost says... Okay, let me tell you. Okay, here goes.
Now,
I got to give you this last story. So the second half of my life, I did it for the approval of people. I did it for the approval of what they said. I mean, the first half.
The first half.
I did it for the approval of people. I did it for the approval of what they would think. This half, I'll cuss later. But listen, so we were having a marriage. This half. Okay. Starting a year and a half ago. Well, probably better. Anyway, listen, I got to tell y'all this story. I think this is so, and we'll stop here.
Okay.
We're going to say, and marriage is for at the end of the day. Marcus, what kind of time we on? How long we been on?
Just tell us the story.
We're having, and I don't think this young lady and this, they're very transparent, so they won't mind. They don't watch it. We're having a conversation about sexuality with this couple years ago. And the conversation is around lack of intimacy, sex. One partner was not into having sex more than 2 or 3 times a week. The other partner was saying, I need it at least, because you got me starved out here. I need it at least 4 to 5. Listen, one partner is saying, so we're talking it through and trying to figure out, trying to get the history. Is there sexual trauma? Is there religious trauma? You know, is there a chemical, something going on? You know, we got to get the information to, instead of just labeling it as you. So anyway, I ask the partner who is not interested, do you not like the other person? Is there a weight problem? Is there a cleanliness problem? Is there an inexperience problem? No. So listen, here it is. This is for 5 praises. I asked them, if you came home and they were masturbating, is that a problem to you? Now, this person has said, I don't want to do it no more than 2, on a good week, 3 times. I said, if you come home and that partner who's deprived is masturbating in the room, the door is closed, is that a problem? Yes. If they're masturbating, so they can't touch themselves. No. I gave 2 other examples, and both of those were no. I said, now wait a minute. Now this person is backed up, and they're asking you to be the person to meet the need, and you are refusing. What? Now I didn't go off like I'm going off now, but I said to myself, I said, what the hell is going on? This is a recipe. Now, what broke my heart is the person was saying, I'm in a deficit and I want you. I don't want somebody across the street. I don't want somebody around the corner. I don't want a prostitute. I want you. And this person was looking at them in their face, telling them, I said, I don't put up. I want to say, I said, I don't play that. No, I don't. I said, now that's grounds for divorce. And he said it. No, you're getting that is you. You are going to be. We don't play that. This now. It's a lot.
I just want y'all to notice how his voice went up an octave.
Seriously, no.
Sex is that serious.
You know, we can go through.
In our relationships, sex is a key pillar. It's up there. It's up there.
If you love me, you got to sex me.
They in our relationship. You better take care of these needs around here, baby.
Deal breaker. We talking about ass.
Oh,
I asked a friend of mine, and he said, while the casket is going down in the ground, I'm working on my neck.
I don't even understand why people have feelings about what that person does after they're gone. I'm gone, baby. I don't care what you up here doing. Live your life, because I'm about to be living great in the great beyond. Okay, just please.
Okay, I had to get that out.
I know, baby.
I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Now, whatever your abundantly is, one of my abundantlies is sex. Mm-hmm. Now, I just don't do. Now, I'm telling you what my burden is. I don't do well without it. I don't do well without it.
But that's why God gave you me. Y'all, his joy, his banter, his laughter, his jokes.
It got a little.
Just know it's because he is not.
Watch this, and I sleep well.
Okay.
I was at work the other day listening to a podcast, and I started laughing. I started laughing so hard that my coworker started laughing. She said, "I don't even know why I'm laughing. I'm just laughing because you're laughing." Someone heard her laughing, and she started laughing. My supervisor said, anytime someone new comes to work here, we tell them, you're going to love working with John because his laugh is contagious. Even my laugh is inclusive.
Yeah.
Even my laugh brings you. So when I say that if we are your cup of tea, if she's your cup of tea, if I'm your cup of tea, if you resonate with, just how we get down, how we see it, then that's, when we your audience, if this conversation has made you feel uncomfortable, we're not going to stop.
There's more to come, baby. I'm sorry to tell you. We just trying to introduce y'all gradually to the levels of truth we walk in that have kept us happy for 19 years.
So I'm buff as hell.
Okay. And I'm thick as hell.
Oh my God. Wow. You buff as hell. Listen, I'm blushing. I'm at the bar. I'm blushing like, girl, you better stop. Girl, you better watch out. You don't know what you're talking.
Y'all should have seen me. I was really like, did you buff? You gonna open this door like you normally do? Because you buff as hell.
All right, we gotta go. We hope, she hopes, I hope that this conversation has made you laugh, has given you perspective. That has
talk about your sexual wants, needs, and desires. And if you haven't had that conversation with yourself, start with yourself, please. And also include your partner. Because it's crazy that you have a partner if you haven't had that conversation with yourself.
It's what?
It is crazy that
it's fixable though.
It is fixable. Totally fixable.
But you gotta be honest.
Yes, be honest. Don't lie to your partner about your needs.
Let me be honest real quick. So when we first got married, I was afraid to be honest.
He was.
Because of what's taught to me, how things were communicated to me. I did not know. And this is what she was talking about, compatibility. We were compatible, but there was so much shame and fear and condemnation covering up the compatibility. So we have not just been married 19 years.
No, I wasn't covering it up. You just didn't want nobody outside the house to know what you was doing. I said what I said.
But now I don't mind. If you can handle it, I'll tell you.
I'm so proud of you.
Come on now.
I am. I'm so proud of you.
Evolve.
Yes.
So every version of you, every evolving version.
You love truth though. You know why I say that? Because you would allow me to be completely honest with you about my stuff and would never make me feel embarrassed or ashamed. That's something you have always done. But you just didn't afford yourself that opportunity until you really knew, like, it's really okay.
Ooh, this is good. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll take the compliment. So that's been the company that I've kept. I've always been
safe,
a friend to those who.
But that's because you personally resonated. You just didn't know that you could share fully.
Yeah. So that is why I'm as vocal. There are some people who, like in my family, I make them blush.
Constantly. They're
so
probably
we have a
uncomfortable
wide
watching this
audience. And when you hear me kind of pulling back and laughing when she gets intense, because I'm thinking about, we've got unchurched folks,
Church
atheists,
people, yeah.
agnostic, fundamentalist, Pentecostal, holiness, a wide range. And I'm just thinking about making it so that you can chew it. But soon and very soon.
Please, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything that I said tonight, please post them under this video, and our videographer will get them to me. I would be more than happy to answer in depth.
Yeah,
any
me
questions
too.
that you might have.
Well, I got so much to say. All right. So after every, huh?
Yeah.
If you would like, if you're a couple or a single individual, and you would like a private session with us, inbox whatever page you're seeing this on, and we'll send you the information to set that up. But we have sat with ourselves and countless other people who, in their relationship, not just with the topic of sexuality, but just working through the things that keep us divided and separate. Sometimes those conversations take time to walk through.
Absolutely.
So it's work. Shout out to our therapist, because all things are possible.
Okay.
So before we end every episode, we always say, this is a classic episode, said that marriage
is for grown folks.
All right. Till next time.